Alexander Pope succeeded eminently in presenting the social life of his times in a satirical vein in The Rape of the Lock. It was Pope's success in Rape of the Lock that he drew the picture of the society of his times so admirably well and in such a fine satirical vein. The Rape of the Lock is a social satire, as Pope himself said that he was writing the poem to laugh at the little unguarded foibles of the female sex. Here Pope has satirized the foibles and weaknesses of the female through Blinder. This spirit of satire runs through the entire poem. Pope says, women, in short, are all frivolous beings whose one genuine interest is in lovemaking. Such satirical ideas regarding men and women are presented by Pope in The Rape of the Lock. Pope knew the fashionable life of ladies more intimately, and in Rape of the Lock he has satirically presented it. The fashionable ladies of the day left their bed pretty late in the day. Their maidservants waited in an antechamber, and the ladies were awakened by the ringing of handbells and knocking of slippers. After this, they used to spend time in toilets. Love-making was their game, and like Berlinda they made themselves as beautiful and good-looking as possible. This is the picture of feminine frivolity in The Rape of the Lock, and the tone of satire can easily felt by the readers. For this reason, women used to go in parlors in order to enhance their beauty. And there, they used to spend most of the day's part. In order to depict this system of the society, Pope wrote a part in the poem, in which he satire on women's makeup in these words: first robed in white, the nymph intent adores with head uncovered, the cosmetics powers a heavenly image and glass appears. Some critics say that here Pope is talking about the spirits that appear with the call of women, while some others say that this heavenly image in glass appears tells about the artificial beauty of women which they put on their faces just to make themselves beautiful and appealing for men. Actually, Pope satires on beauty parlors by giving them status of a place where spirits appear to change a person's ugly appearance into beautiful appearance. He himself talks about a spirit Ariel in the poem that appears and looks after the ladies. He says, "Of these am I, who thy protection claim, a watchful spirit, and Ariel is my name," and Pope's satire on women that they compel men to move towards them. In following lines Pope criticize them. Say what strange motive, goddess, could compel a well-bred Lord Tassel to gentle bell? Till now Pope was satirizing on women in hidden words, but after that he uses such words to say that their beauty is useless and it would be much better for them if they find some other chores to do at home. As that era was not the era when women were more social like today's world. He says, beauties in vain their pretty eyes may roll, charm strike the sight, but merit wins the soul, and how vain are all these glories, all our pains, unless good sense preserves what beauty gains, that men may say, when we the front box grace, behold the first in virtue, as in face, it was an age when chivalry was dead. This is evident when the Baron rudely cuts lock of hair from Belinda's head. The fashionable gentlemen without any brains of higher ideals. They were fops and gallants and were intent on love-making. They were lovers of the fashionable type. In Pope's words, if to her share some female errors fall, look on her face, and you'll forget 'em all. Here, in hidden meanings Pope says that women commit mistakes and they contain errors in themselves. But it's their beauty that tempt more than their errors. And this was the reason that women used to spend most of the time in parlors. In these simple lines by Pope, there lies satire of both sexes, like Pope already been criticizing women, and now in the above-mentioned lines he satires on men that they don't care that if a woman has good or bad characteristics. He just looks at face and forgets all. That was the main reason women used to make themselves what they were not. It was a standard practice among the young gallants and lords to approach a sweet lady of the equal status. They proposed love and marriage to her. And it had been at the desire of the woman to simply accept or reject this amorous offer. It had been customary to play flirt among men and therefore the women alike. The young men used amorous display and made show of their wealth and valor, while the women tried to deceive them and rob of their money. They used to play card games and then bet their costly things for it. Pope satires and writes lines about card games between the lads, and due to this the women that these ladies even bet their honor and dignity over little things of that has no value. Belinda and Baron fly to the extremity of passion in such amorous play that they appear ridiculous. Although males were in authority, but still they did not got value more than animals. In the poem, there are lines that tell that men and lapdogs had equal value. Pope wrote this because, in that society, it was seen that women mourn equally on the death of her husbands and of their lapdogs. Not louder shrieks to pitying heaven can cast, one husband or one lapdog's breath ere last. Pope also satirized the system of courts and attitudes of judges of the 18th century. He says that around 4 o'clock in the afternoon the judges hurriedly signed the sentences and rushed to their homes for dinner in time. This was their sense of responsibility and punctuality. When a judge's first priority would be to dine, then how can he be fair in his dealing? So Pope says that they used to make decisions in hurry, and mostly they used to sign sentences for death without any fair investigation, and the reason behind this was one, that they had to dine. To depict this attitude of judges, Pope says that, the hungry judges soon the sentences sign and wretches hang that jurymen may dine. Pope has also done criticism on the concept of friendship. Friends therein age were hollow and useless. Belinda's friend Thailstrus is as shallow because the age during which she lives. As soon because the chastity of Belinda is gone the rape of her lock, Thailstrus leaves her and doesn't want to be called her friend. These are some aspect of social life presented in the rape of the lock. In the words of Leslie Stephen, it has, in short, the merit that belongs to any work of art which expresses in the most finished from the sentiment characteristics of a given social phase, one deficient in many of the most ennobling influences, but yet one in which the arts of converse represent a very high development of shrewd sense refined into vivid wit. To conclude, we will say that the poem The Rape of the Lock may be a delicate, playful, humorous, original and witty satire on the aristocratic men and ladies of the age. Although it's genius and genial criticism, yet it's a deadly satire. Pope did not only expose the follies and frivolities of the aristocratic class but also ridiculed and made fun of them. So that was the detailed analysis of Pope's satire on society. We shall come again with another video having different concepts. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thank you for your time.